Hi there, it's your man in Iceland, Scott McLemore. Welcome to what I hope is going to be a recurring thing. I've had this YouTube channel a long time, but I've only posted on it sporadically, at best. So I'm going to try something different and actually put it to use. Today I want to hit on a few things. I want to tell you about our label, Sunny Sky Records, turning 25, and the free Bandcamp streaming guide that we made. I want to tell you about my new album and my favorite pen. But first I want to talk to you about the record business, if you can call it that. Okay, the music business, just so everybody knows what I'm talking about. I recently read this book called Mood Machine by Liz Pelly, and it really made my head spin. I'm still sore from that. I mean, she went really in depth on the rise of the music streaming industry, especially Spotify. She flew to Sweden and interviewed former employees of Spotify. And let me tell you, it's not pretty. She makes the connection between Muzak, functional music, pirated MP3s, and what we have today, a cartel of powerful companies who look at music as a commodity. And what do you do with a commodity? Try to profit off of it. And look, I don't think there's anything wrong with making money. And if label executives get filthy rich off music they release, I think that's fair. As long as the artists also get filthy rich. Which, let's be honest, I'm a jazz musician, I'm not getting filthy rich or even mildly dirty rich. But when I started out playing jazz, there was a path to being able to earn a living from it, even without being super famous. Since then, every part of being an independent recording artist has gotten harder and less profitable. Music streaming pays so poorly, it's not even really worth it for many artists. Unless you're recording on your laptop in your bedroom, making a good studio album is a big investment. And then companies like Spotify bundle up all the music in their database and give people access to all of it for only $12 a month, or for free with ads. Liz Pelly suggests that in order to pay artists more fairly, streaming services would have to charge more like $50 a month. But wait, I'm not here to try to make you feel guilty about streaming music. I'm an Apple Music user myself, but I still buy music, downloads and CDs and vinyl. I see streaming as more of a music discovery tool. When I find something that grabs me, I feel like I need to have it in my collection. I'm actually optimistic about where things are headed. Bandcamp, for one, is a huge deal for independent musicians and small labels. There's a community of music fans on Bandcamp that still want to pay for music they love. Hard to believe. But this summer I found out that music you buy on Bandcamp or wherever, digital downloads, we can add them into our streaming apps like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. I think the only one that doesn't allow this for some reason is Tidal. So we made a free PDF guide for my newsletter subscribers with instructions for how to do this on each streaming platform. I'll put a link to it down in the description. But I think enough artists are giving up on the streaming model that an alternative will take hold, which has a better compensation structure. I don't know if that's something like Nina, which is built on the blockchain, or something like how eMusic used to be, where you pay a monthly fee for access to a certain number of tracks. Bandcamp could actually turn out to be the long-term answer. They already have a huge catalog, and you can stream all of the music that you buy on their app. Now you can even make playlists in the Bandcamp app for iPhone and shuffle the tracks if you want. So I'm all in on Bandcamp, but as I mentioned at the beginning, our label Sunny Sky Records just had its 25th anniversary. Yay! We figured after 25 years, Sunny Sky should also have its own store. So we created this online store at sunnyskyrecords.bigcartel.com, where you can get all sorts of stuff related to the music, like shirts, hats, stickers, and we have special deals on CDs sometimes. This isn't instead of Bandcamp, but in addition to it. I just felt like when I add a merch item to Bandcamp, everyone who follows us gets a notification. And we didn't want to be annoying because I was starting to make more and more of it. So that brings me to my new album, which was released this month. It's right here. Onward. And it's the third in my series of 2 guitar, bass, and drums quartets, which I call the multiverse. This album feels like a dose of optimism to me. Even the melancholy parts somehow feel optimistic. We're looking further down the road and we can see that the sun is shining. Anyway, this one is with Icelanders Hilmar Jensen and Andrés Thor on guitars, and Andrés also plays pedal steel on some things. And Nicholas Moreau is playing bass. So this is my favorite pen, and before you click away, let me explain. I think all touring musicians should have one of these. I got this Pinco pen at a little shop here in Reykjavik because I was really getting into EDC, everyday carry stuff like pocket knives and stupid stuff like that. They call it the Perfection ballpoint pen, and somehow it is perfection. I mean, come on, look at this. This pen is so small with the cap on, I actually keep it in this pouch, which is also my wallet when I'm traveling. And I keep a drum key in here, which is also a bottle opener, very important. So one of the reasons this pen is so cool is that I can autograph CDs and vinyl with it. And I'm left-handed, so that's saying a lot. I usually have to contort my hand when I'm signing things after a concert, especially if I'm not the first band member to write on it. I can come in and just ruin everyone else's autograph if I'm not careful. But this ink dries immediately and has just the right amount of friction so that it can write on any surface. And some pens just won't work on CDs or LP jackets, and Sharpies are a nightmare for me. So I'll leave a link to these. They're like 10 bucks. They also have a metal version, which is $45, but so far I'm fine with the plastic one. Okay, I really appreciate you stopping by. Until next time.